a lot of women and men too, I guess, but it's about aging and acne, how we can treat both, and Erica has a lot of things to say about it. So she's gonna start talking soon. Can you hear us, Erica?
I can.
Erica?
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit of a disconnect, but hopefully it goes better when I move out of this room. So I'm going to come back when we have questions. So guys, before I leave, practical detail to leave questions, you have to use the bottom right part of your screen if you are on our website, and the comment page of Facebook if you use if you are following us on Facebook. So Erica, I hope it's going to work. This is your turn. I am out of here, and I'll be back with the question.
Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I had to switch computers at the last minute because the webcam wasn't working. So I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm here today to talk about how to treat both acne and aging at the same time, because that is a very common problem that my clients experience. And actually, most of my clients that come to me in my studios locally that have acne are in their age range in between 30 and 50 years of age. And they have not only acne issues, but also wrinkle issues, right? And they don't think it's fair, and they get pigmentation issues because of the breakouts keep coming and coming, and the pigmentation doesn't go. So basically created the 3 products that I'm going to talk about tonight. It's a really simplified, easy to use 3 system that was made and designed for the adult woman that has these breakouts, even if you've never experienced them before when you're a teenager, because it happens all the time. I, for one, am one of those people. I had acne, not so bad, but I had cystic acne, a mild case when I was a teenager, but it was very mild. And then fast forward when I turned 30, in my 30s, and then I had a big blow up of acne on my back, on my chest, on my face. And this is a phenomenon that happens to every single woman. And it doesn't matter who you are and your genetic background, but the biology of what's happening in our 30s is that we have a drop in estrogen. And the drop in estrogen in our 30s, estrogen and testosterone also live in our skin like it does in our bodies. So, and our skin's our largest organ, right? So we have estrogen and testosterone that live there. And when they become imbalanced, when estrogen drops, testosterone increases, it increases oil production. And oil production is what is driving this impactions that are happening in the skin. Because inside the skin, in our pores are channels that go through. They're channels. They're not just holes that open and close. They're actual channels that go from the top of our skin, the surface, through the layers of the skin to the bottom. And what they serve to do is draw oil to the surface of the skin, so we have this natural protection. Right? So when we have more oil production happening because we have this imbalance of higher testosterone, what's going to happen? We have skin cells that fall in during the daytime in these channels, and they combine with that oil and they form these plugs. We need to stop these plugs. And that's really essentially what's happening here. And for women, this is a problem for their entire lives, because we have hormone fluctuations when we have them every month on our period. We have them in our 30s during this time I was discussing. We perimenopause, menopause. It happens. For men, it happens at puberty, and that's it. They don't have hormone fluctuations like that. Unless they have a high stressful job that triggers cortisol reaction, that may trigger some breakout. But for women, this is a really common problem. And that's why I created the Key 3 products. Because for adult women, it's really in the market today for clearing acne. It's really hard to find something. We have like Proactive, for example. It's really hard to find something that's going to be gentle. When you're a teenager, you're producing more oil, right? We have a drop in estrogen in our 30s. So that's going to make us drier. right? So we're not going to be able to use a really aggressive system that has milk peroxide, glycolic acid, salicylic acid in it in every single step that you use, because we need a break. We need to be gentle, but we need to be effective at the same time. So it was my responsibility. I felt there was a real gap in the marketplace to create something that was not only going to be easy for people to use. I'm a minimalist. I don't like to use a lot of products, and I don't use a lot of products. And I don't sell a lot of products to my clientele when they come in. They come in, I give them exactly what they need. So I thought, what are people exactly going to need to address this issue? And this is why I created this key three products. It's three-step system that includes your cleansing, your serum, and your moisturizer. And I'll discuss each one of these and why they're necessary. But it's fast and easy, and it soaks into the skin very quickly. And then you put your makeup on. It's not going to leave you greasy. There's no parabens, there's no fragrance, there's no dyes. I don't believe in any of that stuff. So, and matter of fact, I give this same three pieces to a teenage client that will come to me, and I would also give it to the mother of that teenage client. And that really perplexes the mother because inevitably they come in, they spend the money on their son or daughter to get clear. They do the products, they come in and get the treatments, they get clear, like, okay, what can you do for me? And my problems. And the problems are very similar. The biology, I'm a biologist. I was a research biologist for many years before I became a licensed esthetician. So that really helps me create the products and know how to create the products. And they can't get over that they would be using the same products as their son or daughter, but the biology is the same. So let me explain that. So the first step is cleansing, and this is the purifying bar. This is a gentle cleansing product that has two different types of clays and some essential oils in here that really target for the bacteria, but you want to be gentle at this step because you don't want to completely eradicate your oil and then create more oil, because oil is the situation we're in, right? This is what I discussed earlier, is leading to those impactions by sticking with those skin cells. The main piece and where you want to do all of your correction is your serum, and that's what this clarity serum is. So this clarity serum is like, if you've heard of retinol, most likely, right? Retinol is a gold standard for anti-aging. If you have used retinol and you can't use it, or because it was too aggressive and it created too much irritation in the skin, this is a great start. If you've never used retinol, this is a great start. Or if you can't use retinol, start here. So this is where the anti-aging comes in. Piece number two, which is the serum. This has 10% mandelic acid. It is the most gentle of alpha hydroxy acids. You probably have heard of other ones like glycolic acid. This one is more gentle because the molecular structure is bigger. This allows it to stay in the upper layers of skin, not go all the way down like glycolic acid. It's really small, goes way down the dermis, provides irritation, and that's it. This actually stays where the problem is, and then it serves for cellular renewal. And what that means is it's exfoliating the dead skin cells off the surface of the face, and it's going to cause your skin to say, I need to make more of that because it's now gone. Our skin is smart enough to do that, and it never runs out of that ability to do that, whether you're 90 years old or 12 years old, which is why I can give this product to a 12-year-old or a 90-year-old, and it's going to work the same way. It's going to exfoliate. If you're exfoliating the skin cells off to address acne or to address the pigmentation that acne leaves behind, it's going to act the same way for firming the skin. Because at the end of the day, in order to firm skin, you need to exfoliate it. And then once you exfoliate that skin away, the skin replaces it with not just skin cells, but we're also creating proteins in the skin. Our skin cells, to make up a layer on top of the skin, and we have 7 layers. In order to make a layer, we replace skin cells, but how are they connected, right? They're connected by something to make a sheet of a layer. And that is collagen protein for the building blocks, for the firmness of our skin. and then the elastin protein, which gives it that flexibility. And at the age of 25, it's a downhill battle for aging because we have enzymes that break it down naturally, these collagen and elastin proteins. So in order to replace that, we need to tell the skin to make it. And that's what exfoliation does. It's telling the skin to make that. And if you're using Clarity Serum every single day, you're telling your skin, let's make collagen and elastin protein every single day. This is why it is so firming. And if you are using Clarity Serum and you don't have breakouts anymore, they're just leftover marks, you can use the Clarity Serum twice a day to speed up the cellular renewal process. See, so it's going to get lighter and brighter faster. But Clarity retexturizes, it polishes the skin. After you use it for the first bottle, your skin is going to be so smooth like glass. My hands glide over people's skin that have used Clarity for about a month. The bottle lasts about 2 months. And then the third
Can
piece
you show us
of
the
the
products
key
on
three
screen?
is moisturizer.
Can you show us
And
the
I have a
products
choice
on
of
screen?
moisturizer.
Can you show us the products on screen while you're talking, the Clarity Serum and all?
Yes, I did try to show. I don't know if you can see. This is the moisturizer. This is one of the options. This is Balance Moisturizer. And this is the Nourish Moisturizer. And it's important to, there we go. It's important to know what type of skin you have so it clarifies which type of moisturizer that you're going to use. How do you know what type of skin you have? A lot of people come in and they fill out a consultation form and say, well, you tell me, I don't know. You've heard of these designations, oily, dry, combination, etc. They all come from oil and water balance in the skin. If you are oily skin, it means you are producing so much oil you have to blot several times a day. That's a small percentage of the population. Most people are combination. Combination is you're a little bit oily and you're a little bit dry patches maybe in the cheeks or something like that. If you're oily, you're going to use the Balance Moisturizer. It's very lightweight, fluid-like, cucumber, aloe, hyaluronic acid. Soaks right in, you don't even feel it. If you don't like to feel moisturizer, you're going to want to use Balance. If you're anybody else, you're going to use Nourish. Nourish Moisturizer is cushiony. It's got 3 different types of ceramides. It's got hyaluronic acid. Both are oil-free. And what they serve to do is balance the oil and water in the skin. And what did I say was happening? We're having too much oil happening with the fluctuations of the hormones. I showed this earlier, but I guess maybe you didn't see it. This is the Clarity Serum. It's in this airless bottle. And the moisturizers are in airless jars. And the airless allows for integrity of the formulation. It's a solid bottle, so you have that, and then you get every last bit out. So the Clarity Serum is lightweight. It soaks right in. You only need a pea-size amount. It lasts 2.5 months. The moisturizer will last 2.5 months. The bar may be like 6 weeks. So if you purchase the Key 3 today, you get, there's a special promotion going on. You get a free product for me that will complement the routine. That's for today only. And they're going to give a promo code for that. And this is the cleansing step. So the Key 3 is really your cleanser and your moisturizer are very, very gentle. Okay. And all of your power is in the serum. And that's the Clarity Serum you're just going to use in the morning, right after you cleanse your skin with the bar. You're going to cleanse your skin with the bar. You're going to leave the lather on for about 30 seconds. Directions are on the box, very easy. Let the lather sit there on your skin for about 30 seconds, like a mini mask. So you let the ingredients work for you. You have razzle clay, bentonite clay, chamomile, zinc oxide. Really great for redness, inflammation, and any kind of breakouts. But even if you don't have any issues at all, this is designed for everybody, including babies. Babies can use this. I have people that have come in with eczema on their children and they give this, have them use this. It's so gentle. Guys can use this as a shaving cream. So if you have a teenage boy that's that's breaking out and they need to shave, this is perfect. If they're not, if it's a struggle to wash their face, they will use this bar. I have hundreds of teens that use this bar. In the morning, you're just going to use this serum in the morning on clean, dry skin. It soaks right in, pea-size amount. Instructions are on it. Okay, and then twice a day, you're going to use either Balance or Nourish moisturizer. Thin layer all over, about a nickel size amount. This is effectively going to balance the oil and water in our skin. That's the key three. It's very simple. You're going to wash twice a day with the bar, moisturize last twice a day. This moisturizer does not contain sunscreen. If you're using a sunscreen, which I hope everybody is, you would need to apply sunscreen on top of the moisturizer. And the Clarity Serum is just used once a day. When you first get it, I would recommend that you skip a day in between. So use it every other day for the first couple weeks, and then move to every day. And then if you feel like you are really oily now because it's summertime and it's really warm out, the humidity level's high, you can totally use Balance moisturizer now. When you open a container, it's good for 2 years. If it's closed, or if it's open, it's good for 1 year. If it's closed, it's good for 2. So if you buy Balance now, and then it comes wintertime and you get drier, you can switch to the Nourish moisturizer, and the Balance will still be good come spring and summer, because a lot of people do that too. So what's happening essentially for women is this hormonal fluctuations, and this happens to every woman, whether you're genetically prone to breakouts or not. And genetically, that's what the cause of acne is, genetics. We have someone who is acne prone is prone to expelling skin cells at a faster rate than someone who's non-acne prone. That is the reason why breakouts happen in some people and not others. And these products are good if you break out mildly here and there, or if you break out like with cystic acne. And I have anti-aging clients that come in, they want a simple routine, they're minimalist, they don't have acne at all. They never had it, they don't have it now. They start with the key three because it's a simple routine that gets results. And the other piece of information that the Nourish moisturizer provides, so if you're older and you feel like you're drier than you once were, you're going to want to use Nourish moisturizer. And the ceramides in the Nourish moisturizer are replacing the ceramides that we lose naturally. So we're not only losing collagen and elastin proteins, but we're also losing ceramides. And in our 30s, we lose about 40% of our ceramides naturally. And by the time we're in our 40s, we lose 60% of those ceramides naturally. That happens. So the Nourish moisturizer is going to nourish. That's why I called it Nourish, because it's going to replace the ceramides that you're naturally losing. And these particular containers, I discussed it before, they're airless jars. So you just take this cap off, the purple cap, and there's a hole in the center. And that's where the product comes out. So you're just going to pump it like this, and the product comes out. And that's how you use it. You don't twist this open and then contaminate the jar. So it's really sanitary, and it really helps keep the product really stable and effective for long periods of time. I actually make these products locally in Delaware. I'm in my warehouse laboratory facility right now, and that's where I make them. And I make the products fresh, like within 2 weeks. So when you purchase the products, you're purchasing something fresh. You're not purchasing something that is sitting in a warehouse somewhere for months, or it's been on a retail shelf and you don't know how long it's been. So that's another advantage of the products that I make, is that they're fresh. Another advantage is you can always contact me. You can reach me through my website, freshfaceskincare.com, or on social media, and you can direct message me if you have questions at any time about any of the products. How do I use that again? What order do I use that again? Why is this happening? Why am I using it this way? You have that coaching ability from the founder formulator herself. Yes,
Talking
Sylvie.
about questions, we have a few.
Yes.
So let me pull up this one from
Awesome.
Bridget. How does lactic acid compare to salicylic acid?
Lactic acid is derived from milk. It's an alpha hydroxy acid. Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid. They're slightly different. Lactic acid is more hydrating since it's derived from milk. It's a larger molecule, so it's more conservative in the skin. It's not as spicy. Salicylic is very small in molecular structure. Therefore, it can go deep into the skin, into the layers of the skin. So if you have a large cystic lesion on your face, you're going to want to use salicylic acid in order to get inside of there, to penetrate it and get rid of it. Lactic acid, on the other hand, is a great conservative exfoliator that's superficial but also hydrating. So if you have more sensitive skin, you're going to want to use lactic acid really for brightening. It's going to help anything too much for anti-aging or anti-acne.
Okay. Here is from Alicia. I'm almost 50. My skin is dry, but I still have breakouts without any reason. She's using tea tree extract. What can you tell Alicia?
Yes, so this is the perfect example of why I created these 3 products. You can't use one product alone to solve the issue because you have multiple issues. You have breakouts, you have dryness, you have aging going on. You have to do more than one product. Tea tree by itself is good in theory, but doesn't work in reality because essential oils alone are too strong and they're too irritating. So I use tea tree in the bar itself, but it's at a certain percentage, combine the other things, and that's why it works very well. So if you have dry skin, the key 3 will work for you. And I would totally recommend the Nourish moisturizer with this combination over the balance, because that's going to help balance your dry skin out. But you're going to want to exfoliate to get rid of the breakouts and stop them from coming, but also to help with anti-aging.
We are losing you. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's breaking up. So talking about anti-aging, I'm going to pull up this question from Willie. Yeah, about more information about the anti-aging ingredients.
Yes, so the anti-aging ingredients that I have in the products that I talked about today: acyl clay, exfoliating, mandelic acid, and lactic acid within the clarity serum. They are exfoliating. And in the moisturizer, I have the 3 different ceramides and hyaluronic acid to provide moisture, not only provide moisture, but also retain moisture and draw moisture in, but also to cushion the skin cells in the interstitial space in the tissue.
Okay. Yeah, the connection is not really good. So I'm going to show one last question because I don't know if it's going to hold. Lindsay, does this work for acne scars?
Yes. If you have acne scars that are considered pigmentation in the upper layers of spots that are left behind, the Clarity Serum really works well for that because it's turning over the skin cells that's in the upper layers of skin. That's where you see the scars in the mirror because they're on the top. So you're going to want to use the Clarity Serum twice a day because that's going to turn over their cells fast and get rid of the scars faster.
Yeah, and resurfacing the skin. Absolutely.
Correct.
Okay, so I think we're gonna call it a day because I think this is all the questions we had. If you guys have any other questions, it's now. Erica, is there anything else you wanna say about this key three, the line, acne, aging, everything?
Yes, I have an array of products. If you're looking for more anti-aging, I have retinols and things like that. But we're here. This is the foundation of the line. This is like for everybody. This can be used if you're 12, if you're all the way into 90, and everybody in between. It really does work. You see results in as little as 7 days. And you're getting fresh product, and I'm here to support you in how it works. And you always feel free to contact me, like I said, through social media or through the website on the contact button. You get me directly. So how
Yeah.
can you say any word like that, right? So that's the advantage.
Okay. Wonderful. So a little reminder about this promotion. So actually today only, it's there's a complimentary full-size product that Erica will provide along with any key three that you purchase on our website tonight. So go ahead, feel free. It's going to be automatically added. No need for a code. We'll know. And thank you so much, Erica. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Sorry
Thank
about
you.
the connection. That was sometimes that's what happens with computers, unfortunately. Enjoy your evening. Be well, be safe, and we'll see you soon next week, actually, for a new event. Bye now.
Bye.